I'm Mystic Healer Sonia Grace. I work long distance all over the world on health issues, emotional trauma, karmic wounds, mental dysfunction, and spiritual guidance. I'm like a surgeon who goes in and repairs hearts, livers, kidneys, spleens, illness, and disease, all on an energetic level. I was fortunate with my abilities and gifts to have parents who saw I was different and didn't quite know what to do with me, so they placed me in ballet class. I trained as a classical ballerina and went on to dance and act for a decade at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. My favorite play of all times was Romeo and Juliet. As a mystic healer, I'm looking at patterns and cycles of love and karma all day long. This play provides so many different aspects of humanity that we can experience it over and over and still ponder the depth of truth that Will Shakespeare provided. In our story, Romeo visits Juliet in her chambers for their wedding night. Juliet tries to convince Romeo that it is the nightingale they hear, not the lark. Romeo, overwhelmed with love, casts aside all concerns for his life and agrees. She comes to her senses and declares it is in fact the lark and he must flee or he will be killed. As Romeo stands below her balcony, they both share the vision of what is to come. Romeo promises Juliet that they will see one another again, but Juliet responds that he appears pale, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Romeo answers that, to him, she appears the same way, and that it is only sorrow that makes them both look pale. Unaware Juliet is married to Romeo, her mother, Lady Capulet, visits her chambers and informs her of her marital plans to Paris. Oh no, Juliet has a fit and defies her mother's plans. Her father enters and is outraged and threatens to disown Juliet. Even the nurse betrays her, stating she would be better off marrying Paris. When we find our soulmate, we have lifetimes of karma we have to unravel and heal. My name is hateful to myself, said Romeo, carrying the karma and dysfunction of his family. The betrayal and abandonment we experience in each lifetime is replayed through different experiences like gender and country. This part of the play reminds us of duality, how some things are so good and so filled with love versus what Juliet experienced, her father's rejection and the betrayal of the nurse. Often we find ourselves in situations in our lives where we experience something really good and it's followed by something really bad. Remember how I talked about stepping out of duality? This is yet another good example as to why we need to be the observer in all situations in our lives. When I work with students, I hear them comment, "But it was so good. Why do I need to be the observer?" All of us can get lost in the feeling of good or bad. They both swallow us up in different ways. When we can recognize that everything we experience on an emotional level is within duality, and the only vibration that allows us to sit outside of duality is peace, then we start to understand why it's best that we become the observer. When our energy leaps out of our body into a situation, we immediately start the karma wheel spinning because our energy has once again engaged that emotional thread. What is the opposite of love? Hate. What is the opposite of happiness? Sadness. Even love is within duality. Unless we connect to a higher vibration, which is divine love, the very substance we return to when we go to heaven. Peace has a higher vibration than even love. Does this mean we should stop loving one another? No. It means we should spend more time in our inner peace. I'm sure everyone out there would like to heal their karma. So let's call in all the angels and have them sit with you right where you are in your home. We're going to ask the angels to help us to heal from the betrayal and hatred and anger and all the things that plug us in and keep us engaged because we don't know how to let it go. Let's imagine all those feelings just rolling off your body down into the earth. The earth can take it. She's 4.5 billion years old. Just release that energy like it's a river rolling right off your body into the ground. I look forward to seeing you next time when I talk about love potion number 9, deception and rejection, and our ability to heal. See you soon.